What documents do you need to sell a house? A clear guide for home sellers. Selling a home is often framed as a pricing and marketing exercise, but the process is ultimately governed by documentation. Every stage of a real estate transaction relies on accurate, complete, and timely paperwork. Missing or incomplete documents can delay closings, create legal complications, or weaken a seller's negotiating position. In markets like Pinellas County, where transactions often involve older homes, insurance considerations, and detailed disclosure requirements, preparation is especially important. Understanding which documents are needed and when they come into play can help sellers move through the process with greater confidence and fewer disruptions. The foundation, proof of ownership. The starting point for any home sale is clear evidence that the seller has the legal right to transfer ownership. This typically includes the property deed, which identifies the current owner and legal description of the property. In some cases, sellers may also need documentation related to how the property is titled, particularly if ownership is shared, held in a trust, or involves an estate. Ensuring that ownership records are accurate before listing can prevent complications later, especially during the title search process. Mortgage and payoff information. If the home is financed, sellers will need details about their existing mortgage. A mortgage payoff statement is essential. This document outlines the remaining loan balance, interest owed, and any fees required to fully satisfy the loan at closing. Lenders typically provide updated payoff figures that are valid for a limited time, making timing an important consideration. Having this information ready allows sellers to estimate net proceeds and avoid last-minute surprises. Property disclosure forms. Disclosure requirements are a central part of residential real estate transactions. In Florida, sellers are generally required to disclose known material defects that could affect the property's value and are not easily observable. These disclosures are often provided through standardized forms that address the condition of major systems, past repairs, and any known issues. In Pinellas County, where properties may be exposed to coastal weather conditions, disclosures often include information about roof age, past storm damage, flooding history, and insurance claims. Accurate disclosures not only fulfill legal obligations, but also build trust with buyers and reduce the likelihood of disputes after closing. Listing agreement and marketing documents. Before a home is formally marketed, sellers typically sign a listing agreement with a real estate agent. This contract outlines the terms of representation, including commission structure, listing price, and marketing responsibilities. Additional documents may include property information sheets, floor plans, and marketing disclosures used to present the home accurately to potential buyers. These materials form the public-facing narrative of the property and should align closely with the actual condition of the home. Purchase agreement and contract documents. Once a buyer submits an offer, the transaction moves into the contract phase. The purchase agreement becomes the central document governing the sale. It outlines the agreed-upon price, contingencies, financing terms, inspection timelines, and closing date. Sellers may also encounter addenda addressing specific conditions, such as repair agreements, appraisal terms, or concessions. Each of these documents adds detail to the transaction and must be reviewed carefully. Clear documentation at this stage helps ensure that both parties understand their obligations and reduces the risk of misunderstandings. Title and settlement documents. As the closing date approaches, title and settlement documents take priority. A title company or real estate attorney conducts a title search to confirm that the property can be legally transferred without unresolved liens or claims. Any issues identified must be resolved before closing. The settlement statement, often referred to as the closing disclosure, provides a detailed breakdown of all financial aspects of the transaction. This includes the sale price, loan payoff, taxes, fees, and final proceeds to the seller. Reviewing these documents in advance allows sellers to verify accuracy and prepare for closing day. Additional documents that may be required. Depending on the property and location, additional documentation may be necessary. For homes in homeowner associations, sellers often provide HOA documents, including rules, fees, and financial statements. Buyers may review these materials before finalizing their decision. Utility records, repair receipts, and warranties for appliances or systems can also be valuable. These documents provide buyers with a clearer understanding of the property's history and maintenance. In Florida, insurance-related documentation may also be relevant, particularly for older homes or properties in areas with higher storm exposure. Why preparation matters. The volume of paperwork involved in selling a home can be substantial, but preparation can significantly reduce stress. In Pinellas County, where market conditions can shift and buyers often conduct detailed due diligence, having documents organized early can streamline the transaction. It also positions the seller as transparent and responsive, qualities that can influence buyer confidence. Delays caused by missing paperwork are not uncommon, particularly during the closing phase. Proactive organization helps prevent these issues and keeps the process on schedule. The bottom line: selling a home is as much a documentation process as it is a financial transaction. From proof of ownership to final settlement statements, each document plays a role in ensuring a smooth and legally sound transfer of property. For sellers, understanding these requirements in advance provides clarity and control. In a market where timing, accuracy, and transparency matter, being prepared with the right documents can make the difference between a seamless closing and an avoidable delay.